The small town of Eldercroft was known for its faded charm and quirky characters, but none matched the peculiar allure of its annual Fairytale festival. For generations, children and adults alike adorned the streets in whimsical costumes, celebrating beloved mascots and characters from television and movies. This year was particularly special. The festival would feature an exclusive unveiling of original costumes designed by famed crafters, breathing life into characters long lost to time. But as the autumn leaves began to fall, a sinister shadow loomed over the fairgrounds. It began with a whisper, missing mascots from the television screens of childhood haunting the festival preparations, their once glorious costumes mysteriously absent from the display. First, it was Sparky the squirrel, a once vibrant character, known for his cute antics on screen. Then, it was Tara the troll, her goofy little laugh echoing through the minds of those who had lost touch with her. Townsfolk chuckled nervously, attributing it to a series of unfortunate coincidences. Maybe they just got lost in storage, Max, the festival's head organizer, suggested with a forced smile. The truth was different. Max had been living with guilt, a heavy weight on his shoulders ever since he discovered the town's curious history. Years ago, during the festival's inception, a dark curse had been whispered about in the alleys of Eldercroft. A curse that claimed any character who failed to please the attendees would vanish, forever banished from the realm of celebration. As the festival drew closer, the chaos began. Characters began to disappear right before the eyes of the crowd. By twilight, 3 costumes vanished without a trace. Rumors spread like wildfire. The mascots had fled, spooked by the town's gradual shift from joy to ridicule. That night, the once colorful banners fluttered, but they swayed eerily, as if disturbed by invisible hands. On the eve of the festival, a storm rolled into Eldercroft. Thunder rumbled and rain draped the town in a shroud of gloom. Shadows danced in every corner, and the townsfolk felt their skin prickle, an instinctive fear rising within them. Max, determined to salvage the festival, ventured alone to the festival grounds, armed with nothing but a flashlight and a sense of responsibility. He had heard a legend suggesting that if one appeased the spirits of forgotten mascots, they would return, but what would appease restless souls that had lingered too long in despair? In the depths of the fairgrounds, Max stumbled upon an old puppeteer's booth, its rustic paint chipped and peeling like the faces of the missing characters. Inside were remnants of forgotten puppets, eyes dull and filled with sorrow. It was there he encountered a woman draped in a black cloak, an unsettling aura surrounding her. With a voice that could summon the spirits of the past, she spoke. "Your festival, it is cursed," she warned. "You call to the spirits of joy while treating them as mere entertainment. You must offer them tribute, something from your heart." Quote, Max's mind raced. Time was running thin. The festival would start at dawn. He searched within, questioning what could be given of value. Suddenly, a memory ignited. When he was young, he idolized Sparky the squirrel. Each night, he would draw pictures, feeling an intense connection to the character that had once brought him joy. "Art," Max whispered, his heart heavy with longing. "The drawings, I can give them my heart in that way." Quote, taking a deep breath, he made as many crayon drawings of the missing characters as he could. With each stroke, he poured his nostalgia and appreciation into them. As the clock struck midnight, he laid the pile of childlike creations at the center of the empty fairground. The wind howled, the night thickened, and something palpable hung in the air. Dark clouds loomed overhead, and suddenly, the ground trembled as familiar sounds echoed in the distance, the laughter of Sparky, the distinctive hum of Tara. As if the atmosphere itself thickened with emotion, shadows materialized from the edges of the fairgrounds, rising into forms, filling the air with light. The missing mascots returned. However, unlike the joyous figures that had enchanted the screen, they appeared twisted, grotesque versions of themselves, eyes hollow and voices a blend of rage and sorrow. "You have called us back, yet you have forgotten our pain," Sparky cried, his once cheery form now marred by darkness. Max's heart sank. He had not just remembered them, he had conjured their anguish. The townsfolk were blissfully unaware, and the festival was about to begin, casting them all into a spiral of doom. "Begone," he shouted, fear flooding his veins. "I didn't mean it, I only wanted your joy to return." But it was too late. As dawn broke, The festival opened in Bedlam. Lost mascots, spirits of the forgotten, strode through Eldercroft, drawing in every child, every adult with laughter turned sinister. They fed off the joy, filling themselves with darkness. The festival that was once cherished became a horror show, where hollow eyes and twisted smiles filled every corner. Max stood frozen, realizing he'd awakened a malevolence that would not sleep again. The town was lost, and the fairy tale dreamers would never wake under the spell of missing mascots, now eternal figures of despair caught forever between mirth and melancholy.